Hoteps been told you.
The black boomer shooter
Yeah.
in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. What was his name?
So
Frank James?
Frank James.
Yeah.
The man with two first names.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take, man? Let's just get your takes, man.
I think this is a direct attack on Hoteps. I think Langley let loose one of their ultra MKs under the black nationalist programming. Gave him a couple of YouTube videos and sent him out on the street to make Hoteps look bad. That's my story, and I'm sticking to
it. That point crossed my mind because the last couple guys, they had the guy in Dallas, they had the guy in Okosha. There's another guy, and I know I'm missing another guy. I thought maybe Louisiana or something like that. And they have this internet presence, and it seems to point to Hotep light, Hotepish type stuff.
Right.
They got talking about Jacob and Yacubians and shit like that.
Yeah.
Farrakhan and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, why are they using? And then no doubt in my mind, like Frank James, he said they said he was schizophrenic or something like that. What raised my ears a couple things. He leaves all his credit cards and shit in a fucking van or some shit like that. And he calls up, hey, I'm here. This is Frank James. I'm at McDonald's. They get there, he fucking walking around outside. Fucking the fucking 3 cameras are out. The cameras are out again. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You mean the cameras got cut off, Epstein style?
I mean, I don't know what happened to them.
Some malfunctioning cameras.
Yeah. I mean, but you need to know when they were malfunctioning and when. I mean, there's a couple of angles on that. They could have cut them off, or they could have been like the day of or like a week of, and then say, hey, Frank, we need you down in Brooklyn. Right. We got these cameras. We got this work order. It ain't gonna get fixed till Friday. So you got till Friday to do what you gotta do, Frank. You hear me, Frank? Let me hear you. Let me say the code words for you. Alpha Omega Junior Whopper. Alpha Omega Junior Whopper.
Dude.
Frank was I don't know, man. I don't know. I just find it like but I think allegedly the description was like supposed to be a 5'5" black guy heavyset. This guy's over 6 foot.
Yeah.
He's kind of big. I would imagine he would have did some running, or how could a nigga that big just with a gas mask on just slip out the way? I know he set the gas off, the smoke grenades. How did he escape? You can't tell because all the cameras were out. I don't know, man. This smells like Treadstone. It looks like Treadstone. He's like shot everybody in the leg. Didn't hit really, like, come on, man. You never seen nobody now they're getting shot in the leg. Nobody died. He's supposed to hate. And the thing is, I really hate is everybody's takes afterwards. Here comes Andy knowing them. Oh, this black nationalist. Look at his YouTube channel. He's a black nationalist. So he's a black nationalist. He hates white people. So he shoots people, niggas in Brooklyn. He goes to Brooklyn to shoot niggas.
Right.
How many white people did he shoot?
You heard what the mayor said.
Mayor said, oh, they about to get his black ass to see this nigga. Now he think he's doing something. He got tired. Even the Shine mayor tired of niggas in Brooklyn. Everywhere I go, black folks and most likely it's black folks shooting on. It's Black Lives Matter, ain't it? Oh my God, I can't believe he said that shit. That's his ass. He's a one-term mayor. I swear to God, there's no way they can let his ass in there. No way. He slipped up and like, I don't know, man. He must have fucking got. I gotta get these niggas off my ass. I'm tired of this shit, man.
Right.
But I don't know, man. And the day after Biden was talking about the ghost guns, here comes a shooting in New York.
You right. You right.
But I also heard allegedly he was just mad about the mental health system in New York or some shit like that. Did he get treated in New York?
Yeah, I heard something about that too. Yeah, there was some mental health issues going on, and yeah.
I don't know. It smells funny to me, man.
New York City cameras malfunctioning. That don't even sound right. My black ass go and take a Snicker bar out of someplace. They gonna have 25 camera views of my ass. I bet you if somebody was down there with a goddamn Trump sign, that goddamn camera would have worked. Camera would have miraculously came on. Yeah, I'm not buying none of that story. I think the mayor slipped up though.
What he said?
He said it was multiple shooters.
Did he?
I don't know if it was like, because I rewound it.
Uh-huh.
And he slipped up and said there was multiple shooters. But I don't know if he was referring to the shines that be shooting each other or the incident. But I feel like the shine stuff was after. Because, let me see if I can find the clip. Play it. Is it in the chat? You gotta listen carefully. This dude. I could have sworn he slipped up and said it. Oh, I'm in the wrong chat. What's his name? Eric Adams?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll find it.
And leaving all this stuff, like Chad dropped his credit card but didn't see Treadstone. Big Poppy Mayor caught the bug last week. 3 needles in a vegan in quarantine. Governor and police commissioner had to cover for him. My thing is, where was he at? Where was this guy at the last 24 hours? You know, it took him a day to catch him. And why, if he took so much pain he got away scot clean, but he leaves all this evidence everywhere and they know who he is. And on top of that, the FBI said he used to be on the radar.
Right. Had him under investigation.
For what? I mean, we need to see what he was being investigated for. You know, I think, you know what's scary to me? Because if this is Treadstone, they've got this shit down to damn near a science. You know,
yeah.
You know, schizophrenia, like they probably can induce schizophrenia in people and stuff like that, or you know, they monitor people and see what type of characteristics they got, and you know, they can switch a person on and off. You know what I mean? They switched them on, switched them off. You know, that fast. That's kind of crazy that they worked on that. I don't know what the fucking, is it some juice or fucking Treadstone juice or fucking code words or whatever, man. But you know, I don't believe it. But I just hate that everybody's, you know, why are we the only people that have the takes that are like, what the hell is this, man?
What, that don't understand what's going on?
That they at least question the official story about this. You know, everybody else, you know, the conservative media, social media people, oh, niggas out there shooting and shit, you know what I mean? Like what, like, and or he's a black nationalist. I'm like, did you watch any of the videos, man? Yo, I swear I watched one video of his. He had I don't know if it's still up.
Which one?
The Frank James, the man with 2 first names.
I know, but I watched a couple of his videos. His shit was fire.
Yo, I swear to God, yo, one of them, I was like, turn that up.
Turn that shit up. He talking. This brother preaching.
I was looking, I was like, damn, the first one, I was like, man, get the hell out of here, man. The second one?
Yeah.
Oh, the one he was talking about it. There was a black kid getting sentenced to life for something, and he was going off about it, man. But he was keeping it real about a whole bunch of shit, man.
Yeah.
Like he said, it's almost over. They're about to get everybody out of here. They're about to depopulate everything. I'm like, oh my god, this nigga woke. I'm like,
it's Kofi
I'm
tight.
like, I put my glass. His Kofi was on tight, boy.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I was listening to some of them shits. I was like, ooh, this shit sound like premium Hotep content to me. I mean, some of that shit was out there, but he was just like some of that shit he was saying about white people. I'm like, all right, you still don't get it yet. But some of that other stuff, I'm like, all right, now you on point, bro. Now you get the agenda.
Yeah. I don't know. And that was so they got him in custody. We'll see what happens. You know, he ain't kill nobody, so we'll see what. Maybe they should give him. You know, the progressive give him bail, man. Like, come on, like give everybody else bail. Shit, he ain't kill nobody. Shit.
He might not make it to trial. You might not never hear from him again.
Probably won't hear from him. It'll probably be some blurb, like the Boomer Bomber. I mean, no, the Bubba Bomber. Remember Bubba Bomber? He drove up from North Carolina and had all them bombs in his truck. This is during the summer. Like, I think he got sentenced and they didn't really talk about it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see the sentence, but I remember the dude you talking about. Yeah. So he got sentenced. Yeah, that shit gonna go under the radar. Nobody's really gonna pay attention to it. It'll go real quiet. It's like the Air Buck type situation. If anybody's not paying attention, it's gonna be it's gonna go underneath the rug. You ain't gonna hear about this again.
Joe and Ryan, they didn't catch him. He called Crime Stoppers. Yeah, he called Crime Stoppers. But see, this reminds me of fucking the DC Sniper Bull. He had all his latest shit out, man. I'm telling you, that's a program. Listen, after you're done, call in. This is how sick some of these Treadstone is. They get their agents to do the damn job, then program them to call them to come arrest their asses. Like they some sick motherfuckers. Man. Ain't that some sick shit? Like that's some dickhead shit. Man.
And I don't even think that's the trigger dude. They probably gave him a joint with blanks because they don't trust him. They're like, here, take this. But there was somebody in the wing like, leg shot.
Yeah. And you know, I'm reading this Devil's what's the Devil Chessboard, Alan Dulles book.
Mm-hmm.
It was about Alan Dulles. You know, they named the airport about him and his behind him and his brother and shit. He was doing the Cold War and shit like that, man. This is how grimy Dulles was. He knew a guy, like he was a friends with a guy.
Mm.
You know, and the guy was working for the state analyst and shit. And the guy was kind of communist leaning, but he was still an American. He wasn't going to betray his country. But anyway, the guy quit being an analyst and he was going over to Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dulles called up his agency contacts in Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And said, I think his name was Nigel or something. He said, yo, Nigel, this guy Nigel's coming over to Europe, man. He's going to he's still working for Alan Dulles, right? So when he got to the Eastern Bloc in Poland arrested him because they thought he was working for Dulles when he really wasn't. And that set off the whole Cold War with Russia. They was arresting all these people in the Cold War. America started all that bullshit. Alan Dulles started all that bullshit. Now it worked because now Russians were paranoid and thinking all these people over there were spies and were trying to take down the communist countries, but they weren't. They were just there. They were set up. Like if you happen to be American and traveling over there, they would be like, yo, the spy's coming over there, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So they would arrest you And these people did 5 years. Imagine doing a nickel because you did have nothing to do with it. You were not an agent or nothing.
Right.
You do 5 years because some dickhead named Dulles set you up just because he wanted Stalin to be out here fucking being paranoid. Now, you just think about that. They will sacrifice an innocent person because a lot of people did get killed. You know what I mean? A lot of people did get killed in those interrogations and shit like that. They will sacrifice anybody to achieve their goals.
Yep.
So Frank James is a drop in the bucket. If you're really thinking about it, he don't matter. The people he shot don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Not to these people.
No.
In Langley, DC, Treadstone.
Cost of doing business.
Cost of doing business. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's real rap. I thought I was about to throw this book in the it's a sad audio book. But I was like, man, this book sucks, man. I was tired of hearing this World War II shit about, Dolphin them.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get this book for Dolphin them. Y'all takes on Dolphin them, but it's starting to pick up now. This is the shit I want. This is the shit I wanted to hear. I was like, damn. This one white lady got set up. She did 5 years. I did a nickel.
Hold on, I got the clip right here. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen.
I thought Black Lives Matter. Where are all those who stated Black Lives Matter? Then go do an analysis of who was killed or shot last night. I was up all night speaking to my commanders in the Bronx, in Brooklyn. The victims were Black. Many of the shooters were Black.
You heard that, right? Many of the shooters. Now, I don't know if he's talking about black on black violence or the actual incident, but I heard that and my ears perked up, so I don't know what's going on. Y'all could speculate on y'all want.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.